This your boy Sky, broadcasting live. I'm doing a video about true love and about detachment, from crowds, parties, all that stuff. So, anyways, I started doing this video about true love. I'm not gonna lie, I'm like really just connected with the homie Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters. For whatever reason, I'm really plugged into this community. Him and there's a few other people, you know, women and men that I'm plugged in. But especially the homie Ralph Smart. I don't know why. He writes with his left hand, and I do too. So I don't know if there's some connection with that whole thing or what. But for whatever reason, I'm not gonna like front at all. Like all I've watched probably a very large amount of his thousands of videos, and it's helped out my life a lot. I guess because of the transparency and the honesty and the uniqueness, the compassion, the sincerity, you know, the realness. You know what I'm saying? It's so much more. Like for real, bro. Much love. But anyways, about the whole true love thing with money and all that. And you know, I love helping and being helped as well. And I do have experiences and moments in time where I have been chasing a check, and very stressed and overwhelmed about just grinding to make money, considering certain things, doing certain things to make a big amount of money or whatever, or just searching for ways to make a whole lot of money because I'll be seeing celebrities, all the NBA players, NFL players, you know, the rappers, the singers, the artists, you know what I'm saying? The drug dealers, like the list goes on and on and on about everybody bragging about their bank account literally on music. There's literally a song called Bank Account. And that's the emphasis in a lot of this Western culture is cockiness and bragging about money and material possessions and lust. Straight up, you know. And the reason why I'm able to really be honest and truthful about this is because I'm stepping truer and truer into my own uniqueness, to be able to speak the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I've somehow, some way come to a surrendered point of still being able to generate and be compensated with money, in a gradual plane, as a tool, in a healthier way, so I'm not so rushing around, running around, chasing a lot, and I'm desiring for it to continue to unfold where things become even more simple and, really to step into deeper truths, because we speak about true love is like the free, it's free, this and that, and, it makes sense because how many of us, have family, our mother, our father, aunts, uncles, grandma, who will send us money, for our birthday, for the holidays, this and that. Or maybe some friends, they might help us out with some money here or there, or get, you know, treat us out to eat somewhere, you know, and without us, you know, even having to ask, you know what I'm saying? And that's true, real love, and I'm grateful for it, honestly. Even a new woman, random, not random, just a new connection, like I barely met her, and she's, has her own restaurant, and there's some beautiful, East African cuisine there, and she treated me to a meal for free, and that moment was impeccable, it was magical, Same thing with, a lot of other things too, with some gifts of love throughout, the relationships I've had, love life, and with, I'm talking about intimate, romantic, recently, those, I'm talking about with the kind lady who at the restaurant helped me out. I'm talking about my friends who helped me out when I was homeless. I'm talking about my friends who showed love, maybe when I was broke and they helped me out with some food or a drink or something like that without me even having to ask or beg. Talking about my parents, my family helping me out without me even having to ask or beg. And that true love feeling is a warm feeling because it's family, it's real love, and it's not asked or begged for. Like it came, and I love that feeling, and it makes me wonder about a lot, to be honest, because my mindset has been changing a whole lot. And I don't know how things will unfold, but I am aware that it still does exist in the world. I just intuitively feel like I must be patient and just allow the process to go, because a lot of times we do desire to travel around the world, this and that, and guess what? We will be probably required a plane ticket, a means, of transporting ourselves, of compensation, from what I've seen most recently, as of a week or two ago, and as of now, but I've seen that the money still does exist, and for a plane ticket, of course, I've seen it with my own two eyes many years, and up to now too, just so I'm not crazy or insane or whatever, that it still does exist, even though sometimes in our head we're like, wow, I'm really worthy just to be able to go around the world and visit nature for free, you know what I mean? And I guess the funny part about it is like, before there was technology and planes and boats and cars and trains and all that stuff, we were just walking, and running, and we were just in the forest, in the jungle, in nature, wherever, the beach, and like, we didn't, we were just there, you know what I'm saying? We didn't have to worry about booking a plane flight here or there, you know what I'm saying? So, if someone to do that now, that's very, very hard, to be honest, and that's why it makes a lot of sense just to travel with the amazing means of transportation we have today: bus, train, boat, plane, car, whatever. And that makes sense. But obviously it will take a long time, and probably a plane ticket or a boat or something to get, especially overseas or something like that, and that's just common sense. But anyway, we're just speaking about that, it just feels amazing when we're gifted true love. Like, sometimes maybe we walk into a store, we walk into a gas station, we walk into wherever, and in our head, we're like, man, I barely have any money, and this stuff is expensive, this and that. I just either want to walk out with it, and that's labeled that's called stealing, or two, just, somehow, some way, hope and pray and wish that they'll just say, oh, you can have it for free, and bottom line is, I've learned that just embracing gifts and blessings, to unfold as they're supposed to unfold and be given, and that's, I guess, a reminder for us, that it just comes and it flows. It comes and it flows how it's supposed to, So just remember the feeling of how you felt whenever you're surprised with certain amazing blessings and gifts, unexpectedly, just be open to that, and, just remember that. Don't be mad or hateful or salty at, store clerks or associates, employees, or whatever. So I know that was super deep and random, but I had to say that because sometimes I've felt like that, and I had to check myself, to just seek out some type of harmony and peace, and be in agreement, so that it's equality, you know. But yeah, that's my little say about true love and money, because I have learned about true love and like love making, you know, for me has honestly been free. I'm not gonna lie. Initially, a good amount of years ago, dating, and whatnot, and of course, it's part of dating. We're young, whatever. Everybody's doing it, so let's all, you know, get in. So we're young, so we're in this relationship, this and that. Let's have sex. Let's get in bed, this and that. And that was just part of it, I guess, because everybody else is doing it, and it's love and it's attraction. So, of course we mature, and like a lot of times, to be honest, early on, really it was a lot rushed and fast and a lot of anxious excitement. And there's no regrets from it, but obviously until now, the most recent, I I'm grateful to speak about and experiences what I feel is the most true, purest forms of love, to be honest, because, to be real with y'all, I don't have a large body count or whatever y'all call it, That's what all the guys and girls will always talk about in school. Rumors and stuff, or not even rumors, but just speak and brag about and compete about was how many women and how many men, depending on who you are, can you sleep with, you know what I mean? And for me, all throughout my life, it's been very small number, to be honest, because, it just never felt right, you know what I'm saying? Like, it always just felt rushed and like the competition to try to just hook up all the time, this and that. Like, it doesn't feel real, it doesn't feel authentic, nothing. And I don't even know how those people did it. It must have been something else going on behind the scenes for those things to happen so rapidly and such at a high rate, money under the table or whatever, but the stuff I've experienced has always been free, the small stuff, and the most deepest, incomparable, uncomparable, no comparison form of love and love making, intimacy, sex, like, it's free, was free, and it was definitely not forced too, and definitely was, very expressive and communicative too, as well, about, creation of a child and prevention of that as well, to be honest, not disobeying the woman and not forcing nothing, but just to be in agreement, in respect, and in harmony and peace amongst it, no matter how it is. Because, to be honest, I'll have felt like an old man retuning myself, my spirit, my organs and everything, because, I'm not a porn star, I'm not a pimp, I'm not this hotshot, celebrity, rapper, actor, athlete guy that just has all these models and women having sex or whatever all the time. It's the complete opposite. It's been very small, and I'm okay with it, to be honest, because I've had time to really just focus in on who I am and not just be distracted by sexual, lustful pleasure, lower nature. And for the real love, I'm super grateful for it because, there's no comparison, to be honest, for all of my encounters. Honestly, the first 3 initial encounters, it was all right. But to be honest, it was very rushed, and, I really wasn't able to breathe. I was a lot sicker, and, it was very fast and hidden in a way, like secretive and hiding. Not in a way of hiding from secretive and hiding, and, just not really love making, more or less just kind of like anxious to finally lose our virginity, which I was finally happy because it felt like I lost my virginity many years after everybody else started to lose their virginity or what they talk about, or whatever. But finally, when that happened, I was so excited, and that's actually why that girl broke up with me many years ago because I said that, or I might have shared it somehow, somewhere. She said that some people found out about it. I forgot how, but she said something like that happened. So, whatever. I might have mentioned that to one of my close friends who's a girl or whatever. Or I was a little excited because finally Sky had some love in his life, because after a while it seemed like for so long I was being friend zoned all the time. Friend zone, friend zone, friend zone. It's all these other popular guys were just, you know, Mr. Macho, Mr. Tough Guy, Mr. Badass, all this, and that's what all of them just praise and worship and run and chase after, and whatever. I'm on my own zone, but that real, true, deep love, intimacy, which I'm, overcoming and remembering and grateful for, up to now with that one, like, there's no comparison. You still will be able to visualize them, dream about them, connected to them, because it's a sacred experience. I finally didn't feel rushed. I finally didn't feel, like I had to hide or as ashamed, and I'm still building myself up, my self-confidence about my body image and everything, and I know it will improve and it can improve for sure, amongst that. And that's why I've just been in my own zone, because a lot of times guys just want to be like, hey, come on, guy, come on, Sky, come on. Let's hit up the strip club. Let's hit up the party. Hey, let's get on this. Let's do porn. Let's, let's go get some hookers, some, prostitutes, this and that. Yeah, come on, man, it's on me, this and that. No, it's about the energy that I'm doing. It's ungrounded. It's not grounded. It's very forced, rushed, fast, and out of character and lustful and fake too. So that's why I had to detach from a lot of that, because it's not with my heart, and I truly am a firm believer, firm supporter, standing strong with the true, real love and like the sacredness of creation, where finally a man and a woman are able to come together and create a child, where both of them are just as excited about the child. Both of them are just as grateful to be bringing the child into the world together, as the loving parents, where both of them have just so much love and adoration for each other, as well as the fact that the child is coming into the world, and that's what I'm desiring to be a part of whenever that moment in time comes for me to become a father and to team up with the mother and to live with them every day, to see the son and or daughter, singular and plural or plural, that we have every day, to be involved in their life and present, living in the same residence, the same house, the same apartment, the same living space, the same bed with the family. For real. So that's the reason why, honestly, I've detached from a lot, because to be honest, I see still, honestly, a lot of people, past people, associates, so-called friends, but really just associates from the past, from high school and middle school, and all this accumulation of a lot of different experiences, and they still partying, doing the same thing. And like, I thought I was just a hater or whatever, but I mean, I had to get that hate out of my system and just see things for what they are and accept it, just to let it go, wish them well or whatever, and just move forward, because I'm all about vibes and energy and everything, and like there are some people that I'm around, and I get more of a calmer vibe, a more welcoming, warmer family type of vibe, where I'm not like on edge to be around people who are just drinking alcohol, chugging alcohol down their throat in an insane way. You know, people are literally chugging barrels of alcohol upside down while people hold their legs up in the sky, and they're being filmed all over the place, and they're sleeping around with guys and girls and, you know, all types of stuff, drained. And they do it over and over and over again with the combination of a lot of other things, with pills and cocaine and, you know, the list goes on, you know what I'm saying, hardcore stuff. And that's never been me. I always detached from that. I was always just a Mr. Spiritual, natural, you know, peaceful kind of guy who just gravitated towards that type of atmosphere, you know, the hippie, herbal, nature, spiritual type of atmosphere, you know, not so much as the party hype stuff. Whenever I did live that life for a brief moment and tried to act, attempted to act, pretended to be someone I wasn't, I was lying to myself. And I remember even crying with, you know, the woman I love, the woman of my dreams. I remember deleting all of my old photos of parties and girls and this and that. I remember crying because of the contrast between of where I was then, who I was hanging out with, and the amount of the little drops, tiny little drops of love I had out of that, and seeing the lies in my eyes. I was crying because of that, deleting those photos, because of the contrast of where I was then, where I am now. You know, the love, the true, real love, and to see that I used to be settling so bad, so much, and it's not my place. And I just have to keep trusting my intuition, my gut feeling about that, you know, the vibes, because a lot of times I would feel pressured. Oh, okay, go out with the, you know what I mean? It's all these cliques and niches and groups, you know, the rich, white, private school people, you know, drinking beer and snorting cocaine and all that, which I didn't take a part of, you know. And then, oh, what, there's the hood, thug, black gangster people gotta, you know, have a prostitution house and, you know, have a gun and tattoos and liquor and beer, you know, and all that stuff. And I didn't resonate with that. And then you have all these other racial groups that people want to create in their mind or whatever, the Maya, the illusion. And then there's other classifications of these parties where people are just drinking so much. And to be honest, I don't like drinking. I really don't, okay? I don't. I used to force myself to drink it out of peer pressure, and I got sick. I would throw up, you know what I'm saying? That was never a big thing. I started drinking a lot later than other people. I had my first beer when I was basically graduating from high school, like at homecoming dance, the homecoming party, finally, when everybody else in they had been drinking since they were a kid. For me, to be honest, I started a whole lot later, you know, and I really didn't even start, to be real with y'all, because that never was my thing, to be honest. And, you know, it's toxic, it's not healthy, and that's why I gravitated away from it and gravitated towards pursuing health, honestly. I'm not gonna put poison in my body, you know, but I do have appreciation for, you know, some wine, some champagne, maybe a beer, this and that, you know, a mimosa, whatever, you know, with the family. And that's how I've enjoyed it, honestly, in moderation, in maturity, you know, and that's what I've learned, to be honest, you know. But yeah, I'll find the tribe that I'm a part of will connect. We'll connect. So, it's your boy Sky, broadcasting live